Last but not least, this guy I've known for years, and keeps coming back. So I guess we're friends and we're coaches. And excuse him, he was working hard today. Normally he's dressed in coaching gear, but this is Eddie Thompson. I had the pleasure of coaching Eddie when he was a junior at Tyee High School. It was my first head coaching job. And this was one of my first original captains from back in 2001. And Eddie he was an honorable mention player his junior year and honorable mention player his senior year. I went on to Western Washington University and got his degree in business. Eddie, before he graduated, he came back a few years and coached at Tyee as a freshman coach. He's been a coach here the last 3 years.
And it's my third year.
His 3 years here at Hazen, and now he's my JV coach. Last year he was my C team coach. Eddie, as a player, he was a hard worker, good mid-range jump shot, very good team guy, and upfront and honest. I don't think he liked me his first year. There was rumors he was going to transfer to a different school, but he came back and he knew that I was just wanted him to be successful on and off the court, and wanted him to work hard. And he already had all the attributes. He was a good student, came from a really good family, and he grew up in the Tyee area, and just was kind of like, he had a good foundation, and it shows. And I'm blessed to have him, a former player as my coach. And let Eddie kind of tell you a little bit about himself. I think I told a lot. But Eddie, what's his goals? I mean, what's his predictions for the season? And I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, I guess opportunity. My number one goal is probably the first thing that Coach Olive told us back when I was a junior back at Tyee, and he said that the most important thing is not about basketball, but it's to help you in life. And the things you'll learn through basketball, being responsible, being accountable, being productive, learn the value of hard work, showing up every day, and giving you the confidence that if you show up every day and you dedicate yourself, that good things will happen. Because we are working with some of the future lawyers, doctors, police officers, firemen. Most of our players aren't going to be professional basketball players. So it is important to just give those good values to the players so they can go on and be successful and have the confidence to do other things.
He's usually not this serious. But, thank you for the compliment, man. I mean, Eddie, this is our first season together as assistant, and, I'm going to be leaning on him a lot. Last year was Gordy. And the year before, I had one of my other former players, Chucky Combs. But Eddie's knowledge of the game is great. And I trust Eddie. If I had to go somewhere, he could run the varsity team. He could run this program. Eddie, like I said, he's very smart, and I'm very excited to share the season with him and keep moving on. So you'll be hearing from us. That's it.
All right, very good.
Cool. What's up, Nate? You got your shots in? Okay.
You want to give us you want to interview Coach James then?
Yeah. Wasn't prepared for any of this today, but yeah. Oh, we're still rolling. I thought you moved the camera. I thought we stopped for a second. Okay, I don't know. Have you gone over your background and yourself?
Oh, wow. No.
Where you come from and how you gotten to this point?
Got to this point? Wow. You got an hour?
I got 13 minutes to take.
Well, my background is this. I played high school basketball. Did not go to college after high school. Went to the Navy. Played while I was in the Navy. And after I got out of the Navy, I worked for a year and just kind of coached AAU ball. and then decided I wanted to go to school and saved up some money, packed up my Volkswagen, drove to Texas to Prairie View A&M University, enrolled that summer, and this is the summer of 1991. Tried out for the basketball team, was just kind of playing during the summer, and got hurt. So I didn't get to finish playing, didn't get to finish school. Came back here and started coaching AAU again. Called up one of my former ADs at Newport High School, where I graduated from, and played ball, and got into coach. He asked me, he said, "Yeah, we need a C team coach," and so I started coaching C team, and then kind of just moved up the ranks from there. Coach Cormac Foltz was the head coach there, and gave me an opportunity to coach the C team and coach the select team at the same time. The next year, I got promoted to the junior varsity, being the coach there. My C team we went undefeated. The next year, we went, I think, 16-4, and then the next season, I think we had another good season. Then I got asked to go coach at Sammamish High School as the assistant varsity coach. Was the assistant at Sammamish for 2 years. We went to state. We had really a lot of good, exceptional players on that team. And then in 2001, I applied for the Tyee job and got it. Was at Tyee for 4 years. My first game at Tyee with him, we lost 103-30 to ninth-ranked White River. And we were 1-19 that year. We lost. We won the last game of the season in double overtime to Mount Rainier. And then the next season, we beat Lindbergh in the middle of the season. He had 17 points that game. We almost lost the game because Chucky Combs, one of our other coaches, missed 7 straight free throws. And then the next season, after he graduated, we went 5-15. And then the next season, we went 13-7. We made the playoffs for the first. The Tyee made the playoffs for the first time in 20 years, first winning season in like 20 years. And so got coach of the year that year. Then spent a year at Lindbergh as an assistant, and then this job opened up, and here I am 4 years later, still head coach here at Hazen. My first year we went to the playoffs. We had a really good team. The second year, not so good. Last year we missed the playoffs by 1 year, and this year here we are. So there's the biography of me coaching, and I love it. I'm currently right now, I'm married, 2 children, the manager at Gold's Gym in Auburn. And this is my passion. I love doing this. I love being part of these kids' lives. I think I try to make a difference in their lives by not just teaching them basketball, but teaching them life skills through basketball so they can be productive citizens in our society. And I thoroughly believe in that.
Okay. Now that we got a little bit of your background, what are you looking forward to?
I'm excited. I've been excited since last season because I knew what we were bringing back. I knew we had a lot of experience on that varsity team. We lost 3 good players in Chris Garden, Caleb Frere, and Milan Livingston, but I think that those 3 guys really elevated the younger guys and said, hey, you guys can do this. Playing around those guys made those guys better. And even though we had 2 freshmen and all these sophomores on varsity, now they're all sophomores and juniors. And like I said, I've never been more excited about a team than maybe the 05 team we had at Tyee. This team kind of really ranks up there with them. We've got a lot of talent, and we can do a lot of damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well.
All right, let's wrap.